Okay, a very good evening to all of you. My name is Rohini Vaishnavi. I represent RV Learning Foundation. And today you are welcome in this workshop, which is a part of the series of our Women Entrepreneurship Initiative. Women entrepreneurship has actually been very closely associated me in person, and I have a strong motivation towards it. Being a mother and a career woman myself, I understand the difficulty that a woman goes through when she has to give up her career, of course, for a good reason to nurture her family. But when the time comes, when the children are gone, when there is an empty nest, for good reasons, of course, that's the time when women feel the vacuum. And that's the moment when we come in and we handhold women by way of imparting skill development workshops through counseling and by providing information so that they can be on their own. So you're most welcome to this workshop on how to grow your business through social media marketing. And I'm very happy to introduce to you our speaker today, who is Nidhi Kapoor Malhotra. Nidhi is the founder director of Viharan.com, and she is a professional with almost 2 decades of experience. She is a seasoned marketing professional who has handled the marketing campaigns for a brand like American Express. So before I hand over to Nidhi, I want to mention one thing, that we would be taking a 2 to 3 minutes break at 4:30 p.m. and you are requested to join back by clicking on the same link which has been sent to you earlier. Nidhi, over to you now.
Thank you, Rohini. I'm delighted to be the part of this platform today. Hello, everyone. I am Nidhi Kapoor Malhotra, founder director Viharan.com. Before Viharan.com, I was actually working with American Express, and I worked there for 11 and a half years. And this Viharan.com is a travel, food, hospitality influencing platform where we have lots of followers on social media. So Rohini suggested that if you have 50,000 plus followers, why not be a part of one of my sessions and tell about how to increase business online. So I was very happy to partner with Rohini today. So I think we should start. But before we start, I would like to do an icebreaker with everybody. So it's just a single word. It should not take more than 2-3 minutes. I just want you to greet with anything you feel like, maybe good evening, namaste, sat sri akal, whatever. So anybody who raises hand, maybe Rohini, or I think Rohini will unmute and you will say your greeting. Rohini, you are muted.
Okay, actually, they all can unmute themselves. I don't need to unmute them.
Hi, this is Prachi this side.
Hi, Prachi. Welcome.
Hi, Prachi.
You're on time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Good
Nidhi, you
evening,
may go
everybody.
ahead.
This is Kamal.
Hello, Kamal.
Hello, everybody. Namaste. My name is Neha. I'm from Malaysia. It's nice to
Hi,
meet you.
Neha. Good
Nice
to see you.
Neha.
Yeah, Nidhi,
Okay.
you may go ahead.
I think
Yeah.
we should go ahead.
Yes.
I'll start sharing the screen now. So today the session being on social media, how to bring the business online so as to increase the reach. Now these days, especially post corona, now more and more people are going online, and there's a lot of need to bring the business online, and that is the pain point for many people who are not well versed with social media. So I'm in this session taking a brief round of what major platforms that are being used for online businesses, and what are the different ways to promote online, and how frequently should we be posting on social media, plus what content should be there Along with that, how are we engaging with audiences to increase the reach? Now, these days, there are many platforms that are being used, but primarily Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and LinkedIn are the ones that are being used primarily on social media. Apart from this, other platforms like Quai, Glance, TikTok also used to be there. Plus, many other platforms are there where much more video contents are there. Whereas Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn are the platforms where elaborate text is written, and there are lots of things like pictures, videos, many things are there on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. There is no depth of n number of characters that you can use. Actually, you can use as much text as you want. Whereas Twitter, being a very short and crisp platform, it is liked by many people, and it is also used sometimes to generate a lot of fire amongst celebrities and other things. Other top-notch people sometimes use Twitter as a major tool to grab attention. Twitter is a platform which allows only 240 characters, and there are specific things and which are beneficial if Twitter is used in the right way. So if you see Facebook platform, normally Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all these platforms do not promote things just like that. You know, they are also minting money by their own ways. So if you just post something online and you just leave it as it is, it's not going to do so much good. So there are actually two ways to promote anything you post online. One is organic and the other one is inorganic. When you say organic, it's like the post is published and the audiences look at it depending on their availability. And for example, if I post something today in the morning, then by the time my friend opens up the post, it has already reached the third, fourth page. More than 1,000, 2,000 posts have already been on her account, and when she opens up the account, it actually looks like that my post has already reached the fifth or the 10th page, and nobody bothers to go there and check. So I lose lots of audiences because of that. So it's a slow progress when I'm doing an organic post, and I'm going to always think that, okay, I want to do organic, but it's really a slow progress, and it takes a lot of time to reach at a certain number. If it's an organic reach, always it has got limited visibility, plus it is mostly seen by friends and followers, and consistent efforts are required to be able to increase visibility. The inorganic way is fast, it's quick, and it is also using a targeted approach. Whereas in organic reach, we have only friends and followers. But during inorganic boost of the post, or maybe if you are having a page, you can always boost your post and it will reach any people, any person. It can be your friend, follower, it can be anybody. Just that one thing should be there, your account should be public. And you pay and you forget. After the promotion is done, you're also getting detailed analysis of the post that you have boosted. So I'm going to show you how we are going to see inorganic reach, how platform itself gives us the inorganic reach. I'm just putting you to Facebook. Now, if you see, you can see this particular post. It says, now you first of all see, this is the post that I had done on the 27th of February. I'm showing this post as an example. This is for
I'm
one
sorry,
particular.
I
Maybe
can't
nothing is, your
listen.
posts are not visible. We can only see ways to promote the business online slide.
Post is not visible.
No.
1 second. Okay. One second. Okay. Is it visible now?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Thanks for pointing out, Kamalji.
Not an
So
issue.
this is the post that I had posted on 27th of February. It is one of the properties nearby Delhi. And I had boosted this post. And it told me that 8,900 people have reached, and it showed me 1,400 engagements. Now, if I click on the people reached, I am going to get the detailed analysis of 365 likes are there, comments or shares, and 1044 post clicks. So it also tells me how many times the links were clicked, what were the other links, and photo views. Then if I say, okay, view more details. Now it is going to bifurcate things on the basis of how many were likes, how many were on post, on shares, how many comments were there. So this is the way platform is going to show me the detailed analysis of what I have boosted. Whereas this does not come whenever I'm doing an organic reach. Organic, if I let it like that only, it is not going to show me all these detailed analysis. It is going to only show me how many people were reached and how many reactions I got. That's it. Now coming back to my original post. So it shows here also, and then you can always see comments. What comments are there? And you can see all the details. Now I'm going to come back to the presentation. I have to, just a second, I'm doing the stop share. Are you all able to see the presentation now?
Yes. Ways to promote the business online.
Perfect. So as I said, all the platforms, that was an example of Facebook, how it promotes. Similarly, we get the detailed analysis on Instagram, on Twitter, and on LinkedIn as well. Now, the question is, what is the frequency of posting? Initially, when I had joined this business, when I had started this business, I thought that 3 posts per day is a must. But later on, I realized, and as in when I read, it was like no more than 2 times on Facebook we should be posting. And specifically, it's always good to post maximum 5 times in a week. And on Twitter, we can always post 4 to 5 posts in a day because it is shorter, crisper. You can organize many contests on Twitter very easily. And you can, in a single day, you can do an activity. You can involve your audiences. You can retweet. There are many options on Twitter. Of course, you can share on Facebook, also reshare on Facebook as well. But Twitter, being a platform where in a single window you would get to see 10 to 20 tweets, it's a very handy kind of a platform where it is easy to post 4 to 5 posts a single day. Of course, as and when you are doing your business and you are getting used to these specific systems, you will come to know and you will come to realize how your audiences are reacting to the number of posts that you are doing per day. It totally depends. You will soon start understanding your audiences and their taste, their timings and everything. You should be able to devise your own posting strategy. Sorry, somebody said something. Okay.
The
Too much.
timings that you propose,
Sorry?
I
Sorry.
have a question. The things that are displayed here are more for your kind of business or are they an average?
No,
And what
this
is the
is,
basis of this?
yeah, so this is for any fresher who starts with the business, and this is the general rule which I am telling. Slowly and gradually, as you learn about your own audiences, everyone has got their own product. So somebody is into lifestyle, somebody is into fashion, some is traveling, somebody is doing only food. So it totally depends on their own followers. Slowly and gradually you will be able to learn your audience's tastes and timings. Let's say for example, today when you post, you are getting, let's say you posted today at 11 o'clock in the morning, you got somewhere 200 views. Next day you posted in the evening and you got 500 plus views. So you would slowly and gradually you will understand what is the best time for you to post and when is your post catching more attention. So these are just general guidelines. Initially you can start off with these, and later on you can customize your timings and schedule according to how your audiences respond. Okay,
Thank you.
no problem. So too much posting, if let's say for example I'm posting 4 to 5 times a day on Facebook or on Instagram, so it might also lead to negative engagement wherein people start to put you in spam, or they will start to unsubscribe you, unfollow you. So too much spam, it leads to too much spamming, and it's not good for your business also. And there are situations, in fact even it happened with me also, that Facebook itself actually blocked me to use to post anywhere for some number of days. So it totally depends. So sometimes we get very much enthusiastic about a thing, but we have to hold ourselves not to spam. Okay, another important thing is that you should be part of groups relevant to your products. So for example, since Rohini ji is in entrepreneurship, so she would be enrolled in many groups by the name entrepreneurs, startups, wherever she's helping people. So for example, if I am a travel influencer, so I have joined lots of groups related to travel, tourism, hotels, and restaurants. So that is the kind of groups that you have to find out for yourself, where you think your product is going to be sold, it's going to be visible and nicely accepted also by people. When I say accepted or visible, I'm only saying that you are generating your brand awareness. I'm not saying that your products will start getting bought. It's slowly and gradually, any business takes a lot of time to reach a certain level, and you have to be consistent in your posting behaviors and the content you post. So slowly and gradually, as your brand becomes more and more visible, more and more people will start having trust in you and your business. That is the time when you start getting more leads and your brand visibility is there. So posts should be circulated in lots of groups. Slowly and gradually, in a bifurcated manner, you should plan how you are posting in a single day, or how many groups you are targeting in a single day, or by how much of difference of hours. So here I have again listed the timings on social media. These are the general timings. On Facebook, it's good to post 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. on Tuesdays and Thursdays. On Instagram, 11 a.m. is good for Wednesdays. But again, these are the general timings, and it would vary as per your product and as per your audiences. But you have to ensure slowly and gradually you must check how your audiences are behaving. Now, what should be there on the post? It should have a catchy line. And if these days there are many elaborative reviews of products, and there are lots of things where people are writing a lot of text, especially on Facebook and Instagram. So if you are doing so, please ensure that your text is very interesting. Otherwise, people tend to lose interest. Pictures say lots of things. Picture is worth 1,000 words. So it's like, I believe in lesser text and more of pictures and videos, so that my post becomes very lucrative and people come and they even get to click the links that I'm posting. So when I say I'm posting a link, so for example, I have a website and on that particular website I have an e-commerce that website is of an e-commerce platform. So if I'm posting on Facebook, I'm posting that particular link as well. When somebody comes and clicks on that link, it takes me to that e-commerce page, and that is where the sales start generating. So the post that is a window to your business. So that should be very attractive. Plus hashtags. Hashtags are the key to the posts. In a single post, you can post 2 to 3 hashtags relevant to the product or the message that you are sending. It should not be like you are bombarding your posts with 25 hashtags. It is not good to bombard your post with hashtags. 2-3 hashtags are generally recommended for each and every platform. You can, however, post 5 on Facebook as well as on Instagram. Although 30 hashtags are allowed technically on Instagram, but it is always better to use limited only. One should be a unique hashtag to your specific product, and the other can be a trending one. And please ensure that you are tagging other people who are your stakeholders, so that a single post actually reaches those people's friends and followers also. So your post gets a wider audiences. And one thing you must ensure, any account that you have should be a public account. It should not be private, otherwise there would be no option to reach wider audiences. Okay, now how to engage with audiences. This is very important. If you simply, as I told you, that you just cannot sit on a post, you have to promote it further in various groups. At the same time, when you promote, it is very essential for you also to interact on other people's posts. You should like them, or maybe you should find audiences that are having similar businesses as yours, or who are normally interested in your products. You should also be liking and commenting on their posts. You should be organizing contests where you give prizes to people, and so people should have this particular feeling that this person is taking care of my interests. So if, for example, there is a valued customer, you must always try and reward that person. So that's these are small things, but they matter a lot. So if you are engaging your audiences in such ways, you are definitely going to get more positive aura around you, and more attractive your pages and your business would become. You can do online voting. That actually online voting helps a lot. How it helps? If, for example, you say, okay, work from home is good or work from office is good, and if somebody clicks work from home, then your post again becomes active. It would be the first one to on everybody's account's news feed. So it is always good to do voting every few days. It generates a lot of interest, plus it brings you visibility. And if somebody is commenting on your post, you must ensure to say thanks or answer to their queries. And please be consistent. One thing that I want to show is that how do you build your audiences on your social media platforms. So I'm going to tell you about Facebook specifically. Now I'm going to stop this share and will bring you back to the Facebook.
After 3 minutes, we'll take a break, Nidhi. Is that okay? And then we'll join back.
Okay, sure. Okay, so this is my page, vihrin.com, and you can see that I had posted this on 2nd of August. It's an old post, but I'll show you how I can boost this particular post. Now there are two ways to boost. One is to boost the page. So this is my business, vihrin.com. I hope everybody is able to see this Facebook. Right?
Yeah, we can see this.
Okay. So this is the page, vihrin.com, and I will say promote the page. So when I say promote the page, it is going to now get me to this create new ad, boost a post, or this. So page is like your page is going to be promoted, whereas if you are doing a boost a post, it is a particular post is going to be boosted. Now I'll bring you back to the post boost. Coming back to this post of 2nd August. So this was the text that I had written. Now the link that I was talking about is this one. This is the link which my website has. The website has a detailed review of this property. On this post, I have created content which is not so long, not so short also. So it's in a way giving a summarized review of the property, and it has 3 hashtags, and I have tagged, as I said, I will be tagging the business stakeholder. So I have tagged this particular business. And if there are more, I can tag more also. And I can technically lots of hashtags also. And had this website be an e-commerce platform, by clicking on this particular link, my audiences would straight away land to the business e-commerce platform and they can buy anything. But this is not a e-commerce platform. If somebody clicks on this link, it is going to take through the detailed review of my website. Now, when I put this link, automatically these pictures will come up. Whatever picture is going to be there as the main picture, it is going to come up. Here I have collage of 3 pictures only. Clicking on these pictures will not take me back to the link. Now I will do boost post. Okay. When I say boost post, it leads me to this page, ad preview. Now Facebook has to ask me few questions. It says, what results would you like from this ad? Okay, Rohini, one question. Is it going to end abruptly?
Let's take a break now and then we'll join back in 2 minutes.
Yes.
Yeah. So everyone, please click on the same link which I had sent you. Thank you.
Thank you.